What's up guys, it's Lord of the Cubes. I am temporarily back home for fall break, and in today's video I'm going to be unboxing 2 Cubicle orders because I did a huge birthday order yesterday and it came today. So shout out to the Cubicle for extremely fast delivery, and I will be unboxing all of these puzzles now, so we've got a really big unboxing today. The first one is actually another one of these guys. Now you might be saying, Lord of the Cubes, why is this one any different? This one is purple. As you guys probably know, purple's my favorite color. I also just honestly like the yellow better on this, and then this one it looks more like a lime green almost. As you know, I have several purple puzzles in my collection so far, so I am happy to add another one to my collection. This one actually feels a little bit stiffer than this one. This one turns more easily, while this one seems to be, feels a little bit more like, I don't know if sandy is the right word. I don't know. It's not exactly meant to be a speed cube either way. The tips feel the same, but it's pretty hard to mess those up. I feel like the fact that I bought another one of these just because it was purple speaks volumes about my financial responsibility. Anyway, next up is 2 3x3s. So the first one I'm going to open is a 3x3 octahedron. Back when I started making 3x3 shape mods, I did make one of these for myself. And months later, Fanshin released theirs. It's been so long since one of these has been mass-produced, so I did want to get my hands on one. Oh, they even used the real name, Trefoil octahedron. I hope I'm saying that right. And they actually used the same color scheme that I do. I love that. Okay, turning. It's not the best, not the worst, but, you know, it's a functional puzzle. That's all I can ask for, it being a 3x3 shape mod and all. I will say that the middle slice seems awfully thin. Everything else about the puzzle is perfect, so I guess I'll let that one slide. Yeah, huge fan of this. And next up is a 3x3 hexagonal prism. Now, funnily enough, I have another one of these too. This is the shield cube. The proportions are goofy, and it's huge. So I saw this one, and I was like, oh, I kind of want to try that one too. Also, maybe their color scheme's better, like on the octahedron. So yeah, I bought this one just because I like the look of this sort of proportion 3x3 hexagonal prism better than the other one, even though this kind of does have the Skewby faces I like to see on some puzzles. And I actually was planning on designing and printing one of these if it wasn't mass-produced. So yeah. Now, this might not look like a 3x3 at first, but if you look at it from this angle, I'm sure you'll see it. So it looks like the color scheme they used was blue, red, purple, green, orange, pink. I can respect that. Personally, what I would have done though is the exact same thing as the octahedron, which is blue, pink, red, green, purple, orange. But this is pretty good too. I'm gonna have a fun time solving this for sure. Let's see what checkerboard looks like. This is checkerboard. I mean, the middle's checkerboarded and it actually looks really nice, but the outside, dear lord. I also would like to point out that I also have Calvin's 2x2 hexagonal prism, and it's actually quite large compared to this one. We've got this puzzle right here, which is a pentagonal prism. This is one of the most commonly 3D printed puzzles of all time. We've been waiting years to see one get mass-produced. In fact, a long time ago, I was planning a video about puzzles that still aren't mass-produced, and this was like one of the biggest ones that I was going to mention. They do have instructions, I won't be needing them. And here is the puzzle. So first of all, they do use that color scheme I like. It's actually why I bought it. The square faces turn pretty well. The pentagonal faces also turn well. Nice. Now, I have heard rumors about this, I just want to see if they're true. That if you try this hard enough, do not try this at home by the way. Oh my god, wait, it works. Oh no way, oh no. Oh no. Yeah, I heard about this. So apparently, this is poorly designed in the sense that it's very easy to force illegal moves like I just did here. So if you get to here... Oh no. Oh my god. If you guys haven't heard of the Illegal Cube by Oscar, go check that design out. I'll leave a link to it in the description if I remember to. That's what this reminds me of. It's illegal. Ugh, I'm not gonna do any more forcing of turns, I swear. No, we're done, we're done. In fact, I'm starting to see this cap come off. It's like putting a strain on the other pieces. We're done. Science has gone too far. Okay, the fact that I was able to do that, though, isn't a great sign. Other than that, it's a great puzzle, though, I must say. I also don't like how big this pentagonal center is, but now I'm just nitpicking. Now, what I'm hoping is that they're also going to make a 5x5 pentagonal prism, if it's following the same pattern as the triangular prism, and also their Hanoi Minx knockoff that you shouldn't buy because it's a knockoff. But yeah, overall, this puzzle is pretty cool. I'm a fan of Pentagonal Prism for sure. Like any sort of Archimedean solids, or this is like an infinite group of Archimedean solids, I love to see those get mass produced, and this is a fun one. And I think it spins quite well because it's pillowed, right? Oh yeah, definitely using this in the outro. Next up, the Maple Leaf Skewb. This is not a new puzzle by any means. In fact, you've probably heard of it before, but I am unboxing it now. So the deal with this one is it's pretty much the same premise as the mix-up Skewb, just deeper cut in that you turn it halfway and then you can make another turn here. You can do the same thing on the Maple Leaf Skewb, like that. Except on this one you can also do more turns that interfere with your previous turns because these sort of cuts go deeper. So I've solved one of these before and I wanted to do it again, so I bought one. I do recommend this puzzle if you like a unique solving challenge. So the next puzzle is the Tetradecaminx, and this, believe it or not, is also a puzzle I already own. It's another one that Jacob shared the files with me long before selling this, mind you, and I printed my own in 14 colors. But now, Jacob is selling them. You can buy one. In fact, I highly recommend buying one because, again, I love Archimedean solids. You know, for someone that does unboxings a lot, I'm actually really bad at opening boxes. Anyway, here's the Tetradecaminx. Jacob Cubing's Tetradecaminx. Alright. First turns, the square faces. Oh my god, the square faces are great, and these faces are also very good. Whoa. So this is what happens when you're actually good at printing puzzles with tiles. Oh my god. I'm a little bit concerned though. Actually, wait, no I'm not. The gray's totally different from white. Why was I concerned? The lighting in here is bad right now, that's why I was concerned. I'm doing this unboxing at like 1 a.m. I am gonna remove the logo. Yeah, there we go. Highly recommend buying this. Very awesome puzzle. More people need one. So that's the first big puzzle per se of the unboxing. The second one is gonna be this, the MF8 Grills 1. By the way, MF8, if you're watching this, I would absolutely love it if you could actually get to producing that Royal Skewb that's mentioned on the boxes, or sorry, Royal Skewb. I've been quite interested in this puzzle ever since I first got my hands on the Unicorn Cube, which looks like this. This is basically a 3x3, but 4 of the corners can turn like this. And this is basically the same sort of concept, but 8 of the corners can turn, so it essentially functions as a combination of a 3x3 and a Compy Cube, which is just a ready cube, but with the centers showing. Anyway, I feel like this is going to be very fun and very interesting to solve. I'm already trying to figure out. We've got a couple hybrid puzzles in this video, as the thumbnail probably mentioned, and this is one of them. Very excited for this. The 3x3 turns are not the greatest, but not the worst. The corner turns are a bit better, and I'm sure it'll break in as I use it more. Probably gonna break in considerably during scrambling even. And that brings us to the last puzzle in this increasingly long video, the Trefoil Tetrahedron Face 4 Color V2 Stickerless. This puzzle only just came out, and I'm so excited to get my hands on it. Here it is. Okay, it's quite large, which is to be expected. So if you're not familiar with this puzzle, I'm going to explain it. It is huge, holy crap. This puzzle basically has 2 types of turns. The first is that of a Pyraminx, which turns really well. Like, I was not expecting it to turn that well. This is great. Like, genuinely, it's so good. Oh, apparently it has orange instead of red. That's an interesting color scheme choice. I think I can vibe with it though. And the second types of turn is edge turns that look like this. Now, you might be saying, but Lord of the Cubes, that's a Pyramorphix. And you'd be correct. A Pyramorphix turns just like that. But since a Pyramorphix is actually a 2x2 shape mod, it can also shapeshift. And this puzzle can do the same thing. If I can get it to line up. There we go. Can shapeshift. Like that. Yes. But wait, there's even more to this awesome puzzle. If you do a move like this to replace this corner and move it over here, then you will still actually be able to turn this tip. And what it'll do is it'll move this here and this here, you know, you get the idea. That's why these pieces are unbandaged, to allow tip turns while it's shape-shifting. In fact, each corner is going to be able to turn as long as there's not another 2x2 corner directly adjacent to it. So like this won't be able to turn because there's another Pyraminx corner right next to it, but this can, as much as it wants to. This is going to be a very difficult solve, to say the least. It can shapeshift beyond this too. This puzzle's incredible. And what gets me about this is it turns so well. You would not expect a hybrid puzzle to turn this well. Don't believe me? Check out the Wit Eden 2x2 Megaminx. There is a rhombohedron version as well, but that only has 2 opposite corners, so that every turn you do has to mess up with these unbandaged pieces. I probably will be buying that puzzle at some point, honestly. When I solve this, I'm probably going to make a full video for that too. I've been recording for almost half an hour, but I can't end it yet, because there's one thing I have to do with this puzzle. And there we go! Checkerboard. The only issue is it didn't mess with the unbandaged pieces, but I'm currently scared to mess with those, so that's okay with me. I'm already thinking about how I'm going to be solving this, as well as the other hybrid puzzle in today's unboxing, and I'm honestly really looking forward to it. Alright, that's gonna finally be it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe, because I have a few very big puzzle designs on the horizon, and I do mean that literally, as well as a very big announcement for something that I've been talking about doing for a long time. A few of you just got really excited, and everyone else doesn't know what I'm talking about, but you'll see when the time comes. Anyway, thanks for watching, and on that note, this is Lord of the Cubes, signing off.